Greetings and welcome again. My greeting is starting to even get old to me. Anyway, today we are going to focus on a couple of things in Forward Under the Stars. Uh, First and foremost, my last video I alluded to some more combat stuff, including taking damage from ships and the internal effects that happen in such situations. So I figure we'll probably get into some combat, and that should be a lot of fun. The other thing, and this is kind of exciting, is I now have a save game system. So you'll notice we got play game up here, and if I click on that, we now have multiple saves. I've actually, since my last video, which as usual was probably far too long ago, I've been working on getting a persistence system so that the single player, you can pick up where you left off, and just like any normal game, like the X series, for instance. This game, Forward Under the Stars, is intended to be a very long game, I guess you can say. There's just going to be a lot of stuff that you can do, and we'll just say like unlock progress, things like that, like what you would expect in longer pace games like the X series, even Minecraft for that matter. There's usually some sort of a production line or tree that you end up going through, and in order to get from, one technology to the other. So anyway, I've got some ships off in Hudson Prospect right now. I'm currently aboard a Daedalus class cruiser. We're going to go ahead and load that save up real quick. And I actually have some problems with my loading and saving game, and it actually may not be its fault. I've been playing this save for a little while now, and running into some issues with that with VR and the like, but we'll see what ends up happening, because I am experimenting with volumetric fog, and I think it's turned out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with how it's coming. It's kind of a subtle effect by and large, but not terrible. I kind of like it. Let's see the status of things. Oh, yeah, we're kind of beat up. So before we go ahead and probably get ourselves killed, well, actually, who is beat up? Oh, the experimental's beat up. Okay, well, that's a problem. So we're going to go ahead and take our cruiser. Oh, we don't have a log, so I can't remember exactly how this works. I believe there is an issue happening at Alliance Gateway. This probably is going to be a quick video, but it should explore a lot of the fun in the new system, or in the updated combat, we'll say. And there's not a lot updated, but the visual effects are pretty awesome. We're probably not even going to survive this, but we'll see what happens. As it stands, I don't know what ships we have on board. I'm going to go ahead and dock these here. Okay, we're still moving, so those must be on here. That's one of the things I need to do in this game, is I have little indicators. The D next to the thing tells me that it's docked. I just don't know what it's docked to. And so that would be kind of nice to be able to get a little bit more information on what ships are docked where. But something we can deal with later. As it stands, our collision avoidance system seems to be doing its job quite nicely. I haven't yet run into an asteroid, so that's nice. And we do have the experimental ship, which, you know what, before we go there, let's have some fun. We'll halt, and we're going to have the experimental come to us. And I'm kind of tempted maybe we'll fly aboard it. We're going to need both ships anyway. Let's go ahead and do that. This is probably a bad idea. So I remember we found the experimental ship over in... around... what am I trying to say? Where was that? Over in Onyx, that's where it was. There was a special little area. I think it was dig site Delta or Beta or something like that. What are you doing? Oh. Why are you not halting? Alt 1. Halt. There we go. Okay. Stay. Yeah, as you can see, the experimental's a bit on fire. But anyway, yeah, we found the experimental. We talked to the salvager that was there, and she, along with some crew that we ended up recruiting, ended up getting the place back up and running again. And so we're going to go ahead and have a look at it. The reason it's beat up, it actually was fully repaired, but I ran into some issues where a lot of my freighters were getting attacked by rogue ships. And so this thing has actually seen quite a bit of action. So yeah, as you can see, things are still being done here. I've still got my 2 repair crew. These might actually be different because I didn't have the saving and loading back when I recorded the old video, but we've got our repair crew on here, as well as Bianca here, who is now captaining the ship. I figure why not? She found it first, so I'll let her captain it. Really loving this volume, though. Volumetric effects are really nice. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the entire team to probably get itself killed at Alliance Gateway. I'm going to make sure everybody goes. Oh, there we go. All right. And this is going to be rather terrifying. Not even sure how I'm going to pull this off. Let's see. F2. There we go. Yeah, this would be a lot... well, actually, if what I think is there, I'm not even sure the 2 ships that we have in full health would fare very well against what we're going to be dealing with. So this is going to be an interesting fight, but that's sort of the point, too. Oh, who's that? Oh, okay. Hudson Mining Supplier. Or actually, exporter. Cool. But we're going to go ahead and take this on. Yeah, the new sun effect, I think, looks really cool, too. I kind of desaturated it a little bit to make it a little bit more like a yellower... like a typical yellow star like Earth has. So I wanted it to look just a little bit better. The weird debris we're seeing is kind of an anomaly. I'm not sure what to do about that. It's sort of an artifact of going in rift space when you have holes in your ship, but whatever. I'm not really paying attention to what's going on here. So what happened? Okay, so one of our freighters is under attack at Alliance Gateway. I wonder why. But they seem to be doing okay, I'm thinking. Yeah. So which one is that? That would be... they're actually losing their starboard armor. So yeah, we're going to have to get there sooner rather than later. I'm kind of excited, too. No guarantees this will be in the next video. I just want to say that first and foremost. But I've been thinking a little bit about mining lately. And a lot of because Star Citizen lately has been fiddling with their mining system for the game. And they sort of added some interesting gameplay mechanics that I thought was kind of cool. Now, I don't want to copy Star Citizen at all. I'm trying to make this its own independent game. But I've been kind of going, okay, what are a lot of the other space games doing that, as far as mining is concerned, what are the things I like about it? What are the things I don't like about it? What are things that I just want to change to make it unique? And so I have some ideas that I think are going to make my game stand out a little bit more from a lot of the other games out there and their mining techniques. First and foremost, you're probably not going to see any mining lasers because I have a different idea on how I want to approach mining. And I think it fits more with the type of game, too. Because remember, even though this game does allow you to fly the ships around, it's a bit broader of a game. It's less about you independently doing things and more about you running your own... Wow. Yeah, we got a problem. We will attempt to take out... This is going to go very poorly. Let's try and take that out. We'll see what happens. Anyway, real quick back to mining. Yeah, I just have some ideas that are going to be a little bit more unique to the genre, and I hope they'll be appreciated. And they're going to focus a bit more on running an organization and less about sitting there holding the left mouse button down in order to crack rocks. Okay. So let's go ahead and have a look here. You know, we're getting kind of lucky on this. They actually aren't they are attacking the cruiser, it looks like. Oh, we took one out. Sweet. Oh, I love watching that. Alright, let's go ahead and take that as well. We are taking damage. Looks like... What's killing us? Okay, parts and assemblies. Now, this should actually be... Wow, we actually took those up rather quickly. Uh-oh. How are we doing? How are we doing? I'm hearing gunfire. We are taking damage. There they are. Okay. Right next to me, and I'm just completely blind. Let's go ahead and make their lives a little bit more miserable and launch our support fighters. Now that the big ships are gone and the Daedalus cruisers are nasty. There's one. We got one. Alright, Daedalus cruisers are nasty against fighters by and large. They're a little less nasty than they used to be, but still plenty nasty. There we go. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, see those 3 dropships? Those had boarded the parts of assembly, and they just took it over. The Free World Alliance just lost Alliance Gateway. That's basically their capital. That just happened. That's pretty awesome. And also a massive problem. So we want to target these Cecropias, I think, first and foremost. Oh, crud! Yeah, that's kind of an issue. How are we? We are not doing well at all. There's us right there. That is a red hull. So we need to kind of consider moving out of the way a bit. I'm going to go ahead and have our ship rally. Oh, crud. Okay, so if I'm going to kick you off real quick. I need you to stop commanding. I'm going to take direct control. Okay, notice something. We now have engineering and thrusters. We're 11.9 now. This isn't working. We got to get out of here. Those red systems are actually in effect right now. Our thrusters make it to where my rotation speed is almost nil. We are so jacked up. Sensors means I can no longer identify threats anymore. Engines, of course, means I'm moving very, very slowly, which is a problem at 1.9% hull capacity. We just died. Oh, gosh. Well, it was a good run. So anyway, as you can see, you do have subsystems inside your ships, and as they take damage, there are effects to that. Eventually, you will get to a point where your ship is just basically inoperable. And your engineers, who are the people who are behind us, who are very much scrambling to get the ship back in working order again, they have chances of fixing subsystems as they repair. But it takes time. And if you're continuously taking damage, there's more of a chance that you will start losing subsystems. As it stands, direct hits to the armor do no subsystem damage. Unless there's penetration, then there is a chance. And I believe I have it currently set to where you only start losing subsystem damage if it's either below, if your hull is either below 50% or 75%. It should be closer to 75, so I'll have to fiddle with that otherwise. So it gives you another reason to keep an eye on your armor plates, because as long as your armor's up, you can't lose subsystems. But as soon as an armor section goes down and you start taking hull damage from that direction, you might start losing subsystems, and that can really impact your ability to defend yourself or escape. So, yeah, something to keep an eye on in the game. Eventually I might add a lot of games like Independence War, what was that, Star Trek Bridge Commander, various other ones. They actually allowed you to define how you wanted your engineer teams to fix systems, to prioritize systems, essentially. And I would very much like to implement that at some time. Right now, though, it's pretty random, if I remember. Or not really random, it's just I think all the subsystems get worked on at the same time. So if a subsystem has more damage than another, it's just going to take longer to fix, basically. Subsystems currently cannot be completely destroyed, but there is an effective destroyed, where the amount of time to repair the subsystem is just not worth it at that point. It's basically gone. At that point, probably best just to retire the ship or dry dock it somewhere. It's done. In the future, probably dry docking will allow you to replace subsystems, and I think that'll be kind of cool. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, it's a bit of a quickie, just a little battle to kind of showcase what's going on. I'm sure we're going to have more battles in the future, so if you felt like that was kind of a jip of a video, don't worry. We'll probably get into some more action in another video soon. Combat's always an aspect I'm trying to work on, just make a better game. So once again, thank you guys so much, and Christmas is right around the corner rather, so Merry Christmas to all you guys. I'll probably post my next video after Christmas, knowing me, but thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.